And welcome to part 60 of my report on the McCarrick Report by Patrick Parson. We are on Chapter 19, information about McCarrick's past conduct received during his tenure as Archbishop of Washington, 2001 to 2006. Today we start with Part C, information received by Apostolic Nuncio related to Priest 2, 2004 to 2005. On November 15, 2004, Bishop Wuerl of the Diocese of Pittsburgh provided Nuncio Montalvo with a signed statement from Priest 2, a former seminarian and priest of the Diocese of Metuchen. In the statement, Priest 2 described sexual abuse by a Catholic high school teacher when Priest 2 was a minor, sexual misconduct by a faculty member at a seminary in Maryland when he was an adult. And the statement also briefly described his interactions with McCarrick, stating, and this is a direct quote, "I was subjected to inappropriate conduct on the part of Cardinal McCarrick, both while McCarrick was the Bishop of Metuchen and my supervising bishop, and when McCarrick became Archbishop of Newark. I was one of a very small group of seminarians that Cardinal McCarrick periodically took on overnight weekend trips to the diocese's shore residence in Seagirt, New Jersey. The trips themselves were problematic. The sleeping arrangements and conduct at bedtime were extremely inappropriate. In that regard, Cardinal McCarrick would choose a seminarian, often me, with whom he would share a double bed. Once in bed, the Cardinal would ask for a back rub, or offer to give me a back rub. Given my circumstance as a seminarian under Cardinal McCarrick, I never felt able to resist his requests, and so I often complied. These sleeping arrangements and back rubs were the norm for other trips, vacations, on which I and other seminarians would accompany the bishop. These included periodic weekend vacations to a small fishing resort in Eldred, New York, overnight stays in New York while attending Yankee baseball games, and a trip to San Juan, Puerto Rico." Unquote. Now, the report states no record has been located indicating Nuncio Montalvo ever forwarded Priest 2's statement to anyone in the Roman Curia. On February 24, 2005, Newark Archbishop Myers informed Nuncio Montalvo, with a heavy heart, that there had been a mediation between Priest 2 and McCarrick. Priest 2's attorney had stated the sharing of beds and exchanging of back rubs was extremely inappropriate and might well constitute sexual harassment. Archbishop Myers also wrote that the representative for the Diocese of Metuchen made reference to one or perhaps two other settlements regarding McCarrick and involved more specific sexual activity. Myers mentioned the document could become public and added, "Pray God that this does not happen." He stated that he and the other dioceses would participate in the settlement. No information suggests the nuncio forwarded any of this information to the Roman Curia. Then around June 21, 2005, Priest 2 entered into an agreement with the Diocese of Metuchen and Trenton and Archdiocese of Newark for $80,000. It appears McCarrick sent $10,000 to the Diocese of Metuchen as a contribution for the settlement. It does not appear the Nuncio or Roman Curio were aware of this settlement. According to Priest 2, the sine qua non, that is, the ingredient without which a settlement would be possible, was complete confidentiality on everything, including his experience with McCarrick. A footnote tells us the Holy See's inquiry did not identify any civil settlements related to McCarrick that predated the mediation involving Priest 2, and the requested searches of the archives of the relevant diocese did not identify evidence of such settlements either. By now, this should come as no surprise to any of us. And that concludes Part C of Chapter 19. A sine qua non we should observe ourselves should be acknowledging our own sinfulness before God and our total reliance on His forgiveness. Let us recite the Fatima prayer. O my Jesus, forgive us our sins, save us from the fires of hell, and lead all souls to heaven, especially those in most need of thy mercy.